You know what really kabooms my Glock 40? Being left in the dark with a dying phone battery. Welcome back to the Gun Dungeon, guys. This is another episode of Gun Dungeon Gab. I hope these are going over well with you guys. I'm kind of enjoying doing them. So, what we're going to be talking about today is the importance of an EDC flashlight. And of course, everybody has a flashlight right there on your phone. And you may be wondering, why do I need a flashlight if I've got one on my phone? Well, how many times you got to charge your phone? If you use it a lot, you're charging it multiple times a day. And that thing is not reliable, especially if you're using a flashlight. It really drains your battery. And let's just go ahead and admit that the flashlight on those are not very good. So having an EDC dedicated flashlight is very, very important. And it's not just for the flashlight either. We'll talk about why coming up. So my EDC flashlight is this Streamlight ProTac 1L, and this one's kind of a cool color. I like it. You can see it's got some wear on it. I've been carrying this one for a few months now, but this one can take a AA battery or the CR123, so you got a little bit of options there for your batteries, which I like that. I like that it can take both of those. But in my opinion, this has a lot of the features that I want in an EDC flashlight. It's about the right size, a good sturdy design. It's got the clip that can be used to carry this way, and it's got one this way. So you can carry, it in your pocket like this and carry bezel down for your pocket. Or if you need to, you can flip the light on and use that same clip, flip it right on your bill, and then now your hand's free. So that's a good important feature that I like. The settings on it, you can change the settings on these. I'm not going to talk about just this flashlight, but your EDC flashlight needs to be something that you're going to use it a lot, especially if you have it. I'm sure you use your flashlight on your phone a lot, but if you got an EDC flashlight, just reach in your pocket, grab it. A lot of times you'll find yourself that this is a lot easier than finding the phone or the light on your phone. But the settings are changeable on this one. I think that's a good feature. The way it comes from the factory is it comes on with the high setting immediately. I switched that to where it comes on the low setting, so I'm not burning my batteries up every time I use my flashlight for a non-emergency situation. And then if I need the high, I just double tap. There it is, there's the high. Now I've got a lot more lumens for a defensive or emergency situation. So it has a programmable tail cap on it. And guys, I am a CWI, I'm a certified welding inspector, and I've spent a lot of my career using flashlights to look at welds. So flashlights have been a big part of my life throughout my whole career. So I have a lot of experience with what works and what doesn't work. And I'll be honest, a lot of the Streamlights that I've used, this one I haven't had the issue with, but a lot of them that I've carried have. The tail cap starts to get a little short in it to where you turn it on, it kind of starts to do this little flicker number, and you've got to twist and untwist, and it's like there's a connection not right in the tail caps, a lot of those. But I carried one that was called a Luma. It was just a cheap Amazon pocket light. I forget what it was called now. I can't find them anymore, or I would get it. And I carried that thing for like 5 years, and it just ran on a AA battery. It was great, but since I lost it, this one has been used every day for a long while now, and I really like it. So something this size, it's like I said, it takes a CR123 battery or a AA battery, has long battery life, it has plenty of brightness, even on the low settings for, whatever you would use a flashlight for. And then on the high settings, I can range deer at 100 yards with this thing if I want to in the middle of the night. Don't be doing that illegal stuff though, guys. But anyways, yeah, and like I said, the features of this thing, you've got got your knurls on your bezel here, and that serves a purpose. Never used one for this, but it can be used for it in defensive purposes as a striking object, and it's stout enough it could be used for. But if I was going to use this light in defensive purposes, other than just blinding somebody so they can't see me, it serves itself better as the old roll of quarters trick, fist pack type thing. If you put that in your fist and make a solid fist around it, and then whop somebody in the jaw with that, that's going to do a number. A lot more so than just your fist. That's going to lay a whopping on somebody. So, like I said, this is the size that I like to carry. One, it hides away in your pocket well. It's not in the way. Got clips on it. I carry it generally attached to my left pocket. It's not a primary weapon, so it's going to be on my non-dominant side. An everyday flashlight is very, very important, especially whenever you don't know that you're going to need one. And that's why we carry life insurance, because we don't know something bad's going to happen. You're not prepared for it whenever it does, hence you have life insurance that will take care of you. This is a small little life insurance policy. I mean, this can be used for emergency signal. If you're stranded, lost somewhere, and you see somebody in the distance and you need to get attention, you can use this for emergency signaling. I mean, there's so many different uses that you get from an EDC flashlight. I can't even start to touch them on a video that's going to be this short. EDC flashlight is definitely something that I recommend for everybody to have. For no more real estate than that's taken in your pocket, why would you not have? Another reason that I like something about this size, and y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm a hillbilly and I do stuff like this, but I do this a lot. Even though I wear a hat and it's got the clip on there, I don't generally take the time to do that if it's gonna be a quick little task. Like say I'm running outside to grab some firewood or something to bring in for the wood stove, and I know I'm just gonna be out there for a few seconds. I don't take the time to get set up, put my light on there. You know what I do most of the time? That right there. I will slap it in my teeth, shine the light on what I need to see, get it done, and go on. And that happens a lot. So if you're carrying a big old monstrous mag light, I don't think you're going to be able to pull that off. But that's one reason that I like this size of an EDC flashlight, because lots of times you need a light. I changed a flat tire on my car on the way back to work not too long ago with this light in my mouth most of the time. Partially because I was aggravated, didn't think about clipping it on my hat. Two, it was freezing freaking cold, like 9 degrees here in Wisconsin, and I was laying on the concrete, and I was just aggravated and put the light in my mouth and done the whole thing. But anyways, that's what I do a lot of times, so that's why I like this size. For those of you that's gotten by this long without actually carrying an EDC flashlight, one, you've never ran into any emergency situations where you probably needed one or could have been very, very handy in the situation that you were in. Two, you start carrying it, you will find that you will use it a lot more times than you actually would think. I always thought it was kind of nerdy when somebody would be looking for something in the dark, fiddling around, and I just pull out my flashlight and boom, there you go, bud. They're like, oh, thanks. But you don't realize how many times that you actually do that when you actually carry an EDC flashlight and you have that option to do it. It happens all the time. So yeah, I'm not trying to plug this flashlight or any other flashlight for that matter. Just get a good quality EDC flashlight. Let me know what you all carry down in the comments, because I like flashlights and I'm kind of a nerd on that stuff too. So let me know what you carry and I'll go check those out. Heck, I might find something that I may like better. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys this week for Gun Dungeon Gab. Hope to hear from you in the comments, and till next time, guys, stay tuned.